Hello and welcome back to the Tea and Ticker Show. Good to see everybody. We have now got a very interesting new Christopher Ward release. With me, I've got a fantastic panel to talk through the new models. We have Sam from Casual Watch Reviews, who interviewed Mike France, and you can see that interview live now. You've got Cherry's Watch Time, you have Watch Brian, and you have Patrick. Hello. So as I said, Christopher Ward have got another new release. Sam is the only one on the panel, including myself, who has actually seen this model. So I'm now going to present it, and I'm going to get some real-time reviews from the rest of the panel. So here we go. It's called the 12. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, pretty good looking.
Yeah.
So Sam knows a lot more about this than me, so do you want to just talk through it, please, Sam?
Yeah, real quick, so there's two versions. It's called the 12 because of the facets on the bezel. Mike also joked that he wanted it to sound like it was a secret society as well, but it's actually two with the facets on the dial. There's going to be two versions. The other version we'll probably get to in a bit, but this is the steel version. It's integrated bracelet. It's Genta inspired, although Christopher Ward have done an integrated bracelet watch before this, quite about 16 years ago, 13 years ago or so. This one is using the SW200, and then they have another one, a titanium version, which is using a Kosk measured to Kosk SW300, which is the first time they've ever used the SW300. That one is very thin. So this one is less than 9 millimeters thin, regulated to Kosk, full titanium. This one they're very much envisioning as the sports watch because it's light, and then the steel one they're seeing as that sort of dress sports watch as well. So two versions, two colors in the titanium, and then the 4 colors in the steel.
Okay, so your prices, you're looking at $1,050 on a bracelet and $850 for the rubber strap in English, and $1,225 on a bracelet and $995 on a rubber strap. That's for the steel version, for any of those 4 there. And then the titanium, you're looking at £1,595 and £1,225 bracelet or rubber strap. And then dollar price is $1,825 on a bracelet or $1,375 on the rubber strap. So I think they had pretty keen prices, especially for the titanium ones.
Yeah.
I like that blue. I like that blue very much on the titanium.
Yeah, those are absolutely fantastic prices. I mean, compared to the integrated sports watch that just dropped last month, that's an extra decimal sign, 12,000, 15,000 versus 1,200, 1,500. Now, as usual, Christopher Ward hitting the right price point.
Okay, so Sam has produced some pictures here for us and brought them up. Okay, so yes, is this the titanium one? Titanium one, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the titanium.
That beautiful blue.
That is beautiful.
No, I really do like. Yes, I like that. Yeah. That is stunning, isn't it?
Agreed.
Yeah, so the dial is, the way that the dial looks here is they've stamped this pattern into it, this pyramid pattern. It's a take on their twin logos design that they used. And what they've done is they've applied a lacquer over the top, and Mike was saying that apparently he was thinking of calling it the light catcher dial because he says it glistens in the light, which is obviously quite hard to see here.
Wow.
Few of the other details are that if you notice, they've changed the hands. It's not the sort of the pointy, really pointy hands. They've done a more sympathetic handset for this one.
Yeah.
And if you see where it says chronometer there, what they've done, instead of adding a plate to the dial or leaving a section where they could print onto it, they actually did a lot of research and development, and they painted the text Swiss made and chronometer onto the pattern. They haven't, sometimes they leave a little plaque, don't they? And then they put the automatic or whatever on it. They've actually been testing and applied additional layers of paint so they can paint it onto the pattern, but still have prominent.
Yeah.
What about the logo? Is the logo applied or is it painted? What's that logo? It looks
Yeah, applied.
very nice. Yeah, I'm quite impressed.
Good looking watch.
Absolutely.
That seems to be. Yeah, do you want to flick through the rest of the pictures, please? Let's see what else we can have a look.
Yeah, we
I really like the way the hands mirror the hour markers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I agree, bro.
That's nice. You know, I like the white dials. I like white dials. I mean, I've got enough blue dials now, so I've started on white dials, haven't I, with the Dune? So yeah, that is quite nice. It's not as stunning as the blue though. That blue one is really the stunner. I think that is still nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the blue steel, that's the blue steel, so it's not gradient, but it's the more darker blue.
Right. Yes. And you can see instantly how thicker it is straight away. Sorry, how much thinner is it, or how much thicker is this one than the titanium? Did you say?
It's like 1 millimeter from what I saw.
Yeah, it's like 1 millimeter. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The other things that they've done as well is they've created the integrated bracelet, and on the actual bracelet itself, these facets are polished. So when it articulates, there's highly polished facets, and then it's brushing on the top, so that captures the light. And they've also worked in R&D to make sure that the titanium one is polished in exactly the same way. They haven't just sandblasted the titanium or whatever. The titanium is polished in the same way as the steel, so they visually will have a very similar look. There's the back of the titanium one.
Going back to the bracelet, sorry, quickly, is that the first time that they've done an integrated clasp like that? You know, like an integral clasp. Have they done that before now? Christopher Ward.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That butterfly.
Butterfly, yeah.
I mean, that is so much like magenta, isn't it? That clasp.
Yeah,
That is
very PRX.
Yeah, and it makes the watch so much more comfortable to wear because you don't have that one big bending
No,
deploying.
no, you don't.
Yeah, like butterflies. So do we know if this titanium is a grade 2 or grade 5?
I don't know. I couldn't find it on the. It's not in the press release. It wasn't with the Belcanto either. I don't think it wasn't obvious, but I think I don't know, Patrick. What do you think? Do you think they would do it all the same? Because
I would think. I guess on the titanium version, does it have the polished parts? Because I don't know if they would really be able to polish grade 2. So
yeah, they polished it the same. Mike's saying the same finishing is applied, the same polish is applied, because the actual bezel part has got 3 different finishing on it. It's got sandblasted here, it's highly polished around the center, and then it's brushed here. So the bezel itself has 3 different finishes.
yeah, no, my guess would be grade 5. Which I mean, as I said, once again, for that price point, that's pretty remarkable.
Absolutely. Do we have any, is it an integrated system, kind of like the VC, where you can take the metal bracelet off and put the rubber strap on?
Yeah, you can pull the two. Yeah, there's a
there you go.
You can pull the two lugs in and take it off.
Yeah, it's got that quick release system on.
Quick release.
Yeah,
I think it would look nice on a rubber brace and a rubber strap.
Yeah, that one picture. Yeah, I thought that looked really nice.
Oh, there we go. That's
I kind of like better on the rubber than on the bracelet.
I must admit, I do as well. I think it makes the blue pop when you've got the black.
Particularly with the Fume version with the black edge. I think that really
Yes, definitely. That'd save you a bit of cash as well. I'm not too fussy about bracelets myself. I've always been a strap person. And no, you can't put it on a NATO either. For Christopher Ward on a NATO will not exist on this one, even if I wanted to. Yeah. So,
But
you're stuck with their bracelet or their rubber strap, the integrated one. You can't go putting anything else on, but that's fine.
So then the obvious thing would be, it would be obvious to order it on the bracelet and then buy the rubber strap as a separate accessory.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it is going to be available. The rubber strap is going to be available separately.
Wow.
Is there any limited quantities or production of this model, or is it just going to be for everybody?
Standard production colours all across the line on both models. Nothing limited at all.
Dear IWC, please take note. Thank you.
So right now, are any of you guys tempted? You triggered by anything?
Well, I don't know. I'll go with my cons and my pros and all of that. First impression, from the pictures, the dial's a little busy. I like the fact that they have a reason for the texture. So now that I sort of saw this picture where it's closer up and you can see it's a modeling of their shield and their logo, I do think that their inspiration is actually pretty cool. So I like the way they did that, because it's very similar to the Passage de Drake shape, though I hate that dial. So the Drake dial I look at and I'm just like, gross, what is it? So at least this, as I said, I see what it is. It might be a bit much for me though. And to go with that again, I think the markers to me are just a little too long. So it looks kind of like shark teeth coming in. I kind of wish the markers were just a little bit more subtle, and I think I would like it more. But the bracelet, the design, I think is great. I mean, as I said, I like the 12-sided case, under 9 mils for a titanium watch. I mean, dear God, that's amazing. So, and the fume is even good. So, I mean, I said I'm a 7 out of 10. So, it's got 2 little detractors, but all in all, I mean, dear God, if you want a integrated sports watch, can you beat this for the price? I don't think so.
No. Wow, great. Very concise, thank you.
Absolutely.
Who should we pick next? You see, Brian, you're another person like Patrick who is yet to break your Christopher Ward duck. Am I correct?
How do you know that?
Well, I've done a review on your watches, remember, but that wasn't so long ago, and they've probably changed a lot since, because you buy lots of watches.
So here's the biggest con for me right now is my allowance has been beat up fairly hard recently. So I will not be ordering it at the beginning of its launch. Right. The other small con is that I'm really getting addicted to micro adjust bracelets. Just having that little bit of extra micro adjust in the bracelet somewhere is becoming a huge addiction for me, and it's probably just me, but I'm addicted to it. So
wow,
yeah, get over it, everybody. I love the way it looks. I would love to feel how supple the bracelet is, because when I went to pick up a Tissot PRX, I had just this, it just had a brittleness to it that I didn't like. So if this bracelet is as supple looking as I think it is, this is something that I could see picking up and saying, IWC, you introduced your Ingenieur and you're trying to take advantage of the name by overcharging for it. Well, here's a perfectly good example that has everything that I need, and I love the way the dial looks. I'm not afraid of it being too busy or too teethy, as my fellow middle-aged American on this panel has said. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Can I ask, would that be the titanium one, Brian? Would it be the titanium one that you plug for? You plug for one?
No, I'm not a fan of titanium.
Oh, okay.
I like the weight of a watch on my arm. I like to know where it is. I like to wear them a little loose, and the weight helps me keep it down my hand.
Okay.
So the premium price for the COSC certified movement doesn't do a thing for me, and the premium price for the titanium, not a thing for me.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
Give me good old fashioned American steel, baby.
Well, I'm with you, Brian, on the titanium doesn't really do it for me, but I think I would choose the titanium just because I like the SW300 and its increased power reserve and the thinness and just the extra little bells and whistles it brings. Even though, as I said, I like metal on my wrist too. So, but I think if I had to lean, I'd go that way.
Here's my argument about power reserve and the little bit extra. What, it's 38 to 50 hours or 55, something. It's a 12 to 17 hour difference. I'm a watch collector. It's very rare that I pick up a watch and wear it again after it was running the previous day. Well, none of my watches, they could have a 5-day power reserve, and
Yeah.
odds are they're not going to make it to it. So
That's why I look at it. The fact is, unless you buy a new watch when the honeymoon period is over, for the first couple of weeks maybe. I'll say Sam wore his Rolex for about 6 months. So I'll say, you know, no man. When the honeymoon was over, says Tickers who's actually still wearing his Speedy on his, okay. And I said, the thing about it, I sometimes I keep forgetting to wind this because it is completely hand lined.
Yeah.
Whereas the other love of my life, FXD, RIP, that was of course automatic, wasn't it? So you know, so it is. But I agree when the honeymoon period is over and you swap it out, it's a different watch every day. So yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's 50 hours or 50 weeks. It needs winding when you pick it up again.
Well, I'm just a poor traveler, and when I travel, I usually travel with one watch, and I wanted to survive my whole holiday without having to wind it again. So that's why.
You are the first watch nerd that I know who only takes one watch with him on holiday, unless everybody else does, and I'm just weird. No.
Well, if you're only bringing one watch, what are you doing? Not wearing it for 2 days and letting it sit in the hotel?
I'm a weirdo. The minute I get home, everything comes off watches, and I don't touch it until I go back outside. I don't sleep in my watch. I don't shower in my watch. So my watch does sit on a desk often.
Interesting.
I don't know why you have him on these panels.
One thing I have to say, I have to watch that. Whereas the FXD, you can just plunge it in water and do anything with it. It was okay. I think I've got a Speedy on. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a bit water resistant, but nothing like.
No, not like that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the water, though, this is 100 meters water resistant. Screw-in crown. Does it have all the good water resistant traits?
Yeah, said 100 meters.
I'm sure let's just double check now to see. It's gonna be 100 meters screw down crown. That's correct for both of them. That is correct. Yeah.
Good job, Christopher Ward.
Yeah.
So Al, which one do you like, if any? Which combination? Which material?
Yeah, I have like a hybrid. I love the gradient dial, and I love stainless steel. Like Brian, I want to feel the weight. I remember back in the day, I would get those monster, Breitling Super Avengers, and they like knock somebody out with it. I'm like, yeah, that's a watch, So I'm not a fan of titanium, although I do own a Christopher Ward titanium. But I would love the gradient dial on a stainless. So that makes it difficult. And again, I'm going to hold, my opinion until I can actually see. Renderings don't do anything. I need to see it, and if I can hold it, it's even better. But I'll wait for them to show up on the website. And again, when people start buying them, then I'll post them on the forums and stuff.
Yeah.
Then I'll get a better idea whether or not I need to have one.
Yeah.
I take it the 60-day thing is a world thing, isn't it, Sam? So he could actually, Al could buy it, get it on the 60-day return policy, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but we leave it, and again, not knocking your side or my side. We take such a beating, and I know you guys do as well. So it would just be perfect if Christopher Ward could sell the watch head, and then sell a bracelet, and then sell a rubber strap instead of getting, killed. We get killed over here with DHL and what they use. I got a bill upstairs just today. I'm like, are you kidding me? But
so here's what we all plan: a Christopher Ward buying trip to England.
Okay, I'm in.
Have it delivered to Lord Ticker's castle. And,
Okay. And then we just
and then he'll deliver them to us.
fly back with it.
Yeah, well, Ronnie's short on chewy things, man. I'm sure.
We'll bring Ronnie biscuits. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I really need to see it I need to see better pictures. The renderings always throw me off.
Yeah, and for the small-wristed community like myself, is with the flares, is it flared like this or is it flared like this?
Right.
It's a 40-millimeter watch, so it might not fit on a 6.5-inch wrist, or at least not well.
Right.
So,
We talked about another brand like that, prior to coming on today, that it just didn't work.
I mean, it does look like it goes down pretty good. So, my hunch is it probably would, but it's a gamble if you can't try it on. So it is good to know that they do have a return policy just in case the watch doesn't fit.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at that photo and it said lug to lug, it's 44 point something millimeters. With that kind of flare, I'm thinking that that's easily, maybe a total of 48 millimeters is really where the lug to lug.
Yeah.
First link. Okay.
Yeah.
I see it.
So that's not bad at all. And I have a 6 3/4-inch wrist.
Bragger.
I'm the only one with a 7.5-inch wrist. What's going on? I don't understand.
Oh man, I wish I had a 7.5-inch wrist.
You know how many watches I've wanted to buy and I've looked at them and they look great on everybody else, and then I put it on and it looks like I'm wearing a home arrest monitor or some sort.
Yeah. So, Sam, what's your opinion, please, on both models? Any particular color, any particular material?
Yeah, I'm with Al. I think this has to be seen, and they're going to be showing it at Wind Up in San Francisco.
Oh,
yes.
I think there'll be a few others knocking around. I'm hoping to get a review copy, and John, I'm sure they'll be sending you one as well. I'm very keen to see it in person. I'm fascinated, and this is the titanium, and the renders look as if it's polished exactly the same as the stainless steel. There looks to be no color difference, really. So I would be interested in seeing the titanium, and I might go for a titanium if it was me. The dial for me, I think I would have to see it in person, because I can't tell. You can't tell really from the renders what it looks like in real life. I would probably go for this. I like the flatter dial, but I also like the titanium. But Mike did say that this is a platform, and they will be looking to expand on it.
Oh yeah, I mean a red one would pop, wouldn't it? That red dial that Al got in that other watch, that special edition one, that would pop, wouldn't it? That red on the dial. Yeah.
Christopher Ward. Dear Christopher Ward, the soft spot in my heart is GMT. Thank you.
Or green. I could see it in green.
I would say, I would like I like the titanium, but I think I'd have to have a rubber strap. I'd get it on the bracelet, and I'd have to have the rubber strap as well. I think it'd look great with a rubber strap. Yeah, definitely like that. Yeah, that looks splendid. How thin that is. That looks wonderful.
Yeah, dear Christopher Ward, make a cool limited edition, and I'll really, really consider it.
Right? Yeah.
Make one in tantalum with a
powerful
dial.
I got to kiss you, Brian.
I was going to say, you're speaking to his heart now.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much, everybody.
You can join us.
Thank you. Sorry?
Yeah, give us your take.
I just did. I did say the titanium with a rubber strap with a brace with it.
But you like the blue one, not the purple?
Yeah, the blue. Always blue for me. Even though I like white dials and I've got loads of blue watches, I think the blue titanium is the one that really does it for me. 100%.
Interesting.
Yeah, white one's nice. Actually, I think the blue is so striking on the titanium one. 100%.
Yeah, but that white that definitely makes it a little more subtle with the pattern. So yeah, the white's not bad. But I agree.
Very classic.
Yeah, and before we leave, show the back of the watch, because I just want to see how much better the finishing is than in Tudor.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That is quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a nice looking watch. I can't deny it.
No, agreed.
Oh, and hex head screws.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, hex head screws. Didn't see that one coming. There they are.
No, yeah. Even on the crown guards.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that just about wraps it up. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for my wonderful panel. Please head over now to Sam's channel, Casual Watch Reviewer, where he has an exclusive interview with Mike France, the CEO of Christopher Ward, who is talking all about this watch, the 12, and about the design and how it came about, and a really interesting take on it. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.